Right. Yeah, it's funny. Jake, we were talking about this like a month ago or something, and it's not entirely related. It's slightly different, but I don't know. On that note, I was reading some stuff about the original Star Trek series. I'd never really known much about Star Trek, and then the Star Trek episodes were on free to watch on YouTube. The original series free to watch on YouTube a while back, and so I watched them all. And I went and I was reading some stuff about Gene Roddenberry, and it was saying when he thought of the Stardate conceit, to him that was just some vague system, that it was sort of a thing where it's like, when he had it in the little writer's guide, and it was like, when you write a Star Trek episode, you have some numbers that you make up and you put them in front of a thing, and it says Stardate this, and it just kind of places you in that world, and they have a different system of keeping time than we do, and it has different factors involved, but who the fuck cares what it is? It doesn't really matter. And there was never any intention at all to maintain any kind of consistency. But anyone watching the show I certainly never would have noticed that. And it made me really happy, because it was one of those things that just because of his intention, it made it impossible for all the dorks to go back and like work out all the formulae involved for creating a Stardate, which is exactly what they would have done if they could. Like, no offense to guys who are into that kind of thing, but sort of.
But offense to you, like, apparently. Yeah. Geez.
Well, I don't mean offense like personally, but I mean, I do. Stuff does kind of. I do think it's kind of dumb. Like, I don't think there's any need to go into that. And I like the fact that he specifically has stated in ways that cannot really be argued. Like, well, it's just something that's there, and it's just kind of part of what this world is, and that's about it. And I kind of like that attitude. It's not completely analogous to this. This is more of a metaphysical, like, weird thing, but